baby, love me right. Let me love you till the dead of night. Can't you let the others be? 'Cause with you is where I got to be. Yeah. Oh, baby, understand that I want to be the young man. You think you're pulling over on me? Well, hold it, baby, just you wait and see. And we sing, oh, oh, Sheila, let me love you till the morning comes. Oh, oh, Sheila, you know I want to be the only one. Oh, oh, Sheila, let me love you till the morning comes. Oh, oh, Sheila, you know I want to be the only one. Here we go. Oh.
Ready for the world, and oh, Sheila, boy, oh, Tiger Woods. Barring anything unforeseen between now and Thursday, Tiger says he will play in this week's Masters tournament. He made the announcement earlier today at a news conference and saying as of right now, he plans to tee it up whenever the tournament begins on Thursday. Woods said he wholeheartedly believes he can actually win the event, which would be unbelievable considering what he's been through recently. Right now at Lowe's, get their 5-piece dining sets at their everyday low price starting at $628. Selection varies by location while supplies last, valid through April 6th.
Police officers know it only takes a few seconds of someone texting and driving for things to go terribly wrong. That's why officers are increasing enforcement of texting and driving laws. So put your phone down when driving, or be prepared for the consequences. You drive, you text, you pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, we're helping you knock out your bucket list. Because when you buy a Napa bucket for $4.99 and toss 3 or more items inside, you'll save 20% on your bucket full. So whether your bucket list includes restoring a classic, visiting every state, or saving money on the things to get you there, Napa's got your back and your bucket. Turn your shopping list into a bucket list at Napa.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, not valid on sale items. Other exclusions apply. Offer ends 4/30/2022.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-597-2010. That's 1-800-597-2010. 1-800-597-2010. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
If you've been injured in an accident and need cash now before your case settles, Oasis Financial can help. Last month, Oasis helped over 3,000 people. Why not you? If you have an attorney, call Oasis Financial today at 877-266-9107. It takes just 3 minutes to apply, and once you're approved, get $500 to $100,000 of your settlement in as little as 24 hours with no risk to you. That's right, get $500 to $100,000 within 1 day. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. So call Oasis today to see if you qualify at 877-266-9107. That's 877-266-9107.
Better than start today. Get the cash you need with Oasis.
Call Oasis today at 877-266-9107 Oasis is currently not providing legal funding in Arkansas, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, North Carolina, North Dakota, or West Virginia.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. With Angie, you could cross your next project off your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need and we'll handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly, all for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
I got my first real six string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far. Oh, when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, yeah, those won't all be there. Those were the best days of my life. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my evenings down at the drive-in, and that's when I met you, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you'd wait forever. Oh, when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah, back in the summer of '69. Oh, man, we were killing time. We were young and restless. We needed to unwind. I guess nothing can last forever, no. Yeah.
Clinton Yellow Jacket boys baseball and girls softball is on the air on the Trip. We're going to be featuring games by both teams this year. Coach Prince is returning several from the team last year, and the Lady Yellow Jacket softball coach Hudson is also returning several players from last year's conference champ team. This afternoon's game is brought to you by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, by Conway Regional Medical Center, by Joe Lee Chevrolet, by The River Insurance, by Ralph Black, Attorney at Law, and by F.L. Davis Ace, by Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, by Ozark Health Medical Center, by Goods Cash Saver, and by the Farm Bureau Insurance. The player of the game brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust and all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Facebook and YouTube coverage, when wireless internet is available, is brought to you by Cowboy CDJR and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Your announcer for today's game, KHPQ Sports announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for exciting Yellow Jacket sports action on the Trip 94.7 and 97.3.
Hey, good afternoon. Yellow Jacket softball is on the air. The Lady Yellow Jackets back in conference action today as they have traveled to Stone County to take on the Mountain View Lady Yellow Jackets today. Glad that you could join us today. I'm Mike Hawley. Keith Parrish back in the studio along with Sid King. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today on a beautiful afternoon here in Stone County. Probably our maybe one other day we've had this year that was as nice as this one. Temperature in the mid-70s, slight breeze, and a beautiful sunshine here on the city ballparks here in Mountain View, just I guess just to the west of downtown from the Court Square. It's a complex here of about maybe a half dozen fields and a centralized concession stand and bathrooms, and so a nice facility here, city owned here in Mountain View. Well, Lady Yellow Jackets are 7-4 on the season. They are 2-1 in conference play, and they are tied for third place going into this conference game. The Lady Yellow Jackets coming off a weekend tournament at Harrison in which they finished third. They defeated Huntsville by a score of 16-4, lost to Lamar in a squeaker 4-3, and then came back in the third game of the day to beat Salem by a score of 9-5. Lady Yellow Jackets won 5 of their last 7 ball games, and hopefully to extend that streak here today. Mountain View, on the other hand, is 3-5. Or check that. Mountain View is 0-5 on the season and 0-2 in conference play. These two teams met last year one time. That was back on April the 6th, almost 1 year ago to the day. And Clinton won that one at Clinton by a score of 18-3 over Mountain View. And that started a 7-game winning streak for the Yellow Jackets. They would go on to an 8-0 conference record and a conference championship, and they would finish with a 19-8 season, reaching the regional tournament last year. Well, let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll be ready for softball. We listen to Lady Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip 94.7.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Okay, back here in Mountain View. And you should be able to go on to KHPQ on Facebook and KHPQ Sports on YouTube. You should be able to watch the live stream as we currently have a signal here in Mountain View. Over the years, we've had trouble out near Mountain View High School going east of here, east of town, and because of the gym facility, we've had trouble getting signals. But so far today, at least outside, we've had a good signal so far. So you can tune in, listen on the Trip 94.7. And you can watch on KHPQ on Facebook and KHPQ Sports on YouTube, the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Lineup for the Yellow Jackets today will be Gracie Lindell leading off. She'll be playing second. Lily Woodard, the catcher. Batting third will be Abigail Parks playing third. Lily Smith on the mound today, batting fourth. Annabelle Sal at shortstop, batting fifth. Reese McDonald, a position change for her. She'll be over at first base today and batting sixth. Reese Prince in center field today, batting eighth. And Ashley James in right field with Gracie Horeca as the designated player. And so it'll be Linville, Woodward, and Parks, Smith, Sal, and McDonald, Prince, James, and Horeca for the Lady Yellow Jackets today. On the mound is a familiar name if you're used to Yellow Jacket basketball. Emery Johnson on the hill, one of Mountain View's starting basketball players this year, and we've seen her all the way up from the 7th grade on, and she is on the hill today, and the first pitch to Linville is a strike. That's how it gets underway today. First pitch at 4:29. Linville steps out, steps back in. Joe Hudson coaching over at third. Chris Sal coaching over at first. And a foul back, and landed about 4 feet from me. I'm not sure if I should have thrown myself on the equipment, Sid, or get hit there. We got some expensive electronic equipment here and just missed that by about a foot. Oh, 2 the count. And the pitch from Johnson on the way is high. And 1-2. Might be able to hear the Yellow Jacket dugout down to my right. That's one difference you see in girls softball and baseball. The dugout cheers, as the girls usually cheer throughout the ball game. Organized cheers, I might say. 2-2 the count now as the pitch goes low and inside. Linville was in the hole 0-2. Now she's back to 2-2. It's 75 degrees here in Mountain View as this one starts. Linville trying to get on to start the Yellow Jacket first. Infield tight. And the pitch is low. Count runs full at 3-2. Linville with really good speed, so they're in tight in the infield. Lily Woodward on deck. I think she had a home run over the weekend up at Harrison. Payoff pitch is just high, and Gracie Linville works a walk. She started out 0-2 and comes back to draw a leadoff walk. And when Gracie gets on, usually good things happen. That'll bring in Lily Woodward. And the pitch is fouled off over the Clinton dugout. And Reese Prince's mom and dad and grandparents sitting over there, along with Amanda Sal. They made the play, got the ball back on the field. Small crowd here right now. And the pitch is ground ball toward the hole. It's short. Diving stop by the shortstop, but no play anywhere. And that'll be a base hit for Woodward. They give the shortstop a lot of credit for stopping that ball. It was headed toward left field. And the Yellow Jackets have the first two on here in the first, and that'll bring in Abigail Parks with a chance to do some early damage for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the pitch, and it's high, ball one. Outfield shallow. I'm not sure if they've seen the scouting report on Abigail Parks, because Abigail could shoot one over their head pretty easily. Johnson winds and fires, and a ground ball foul outside of third. Abigail way ahead on that one. Count evens up at 1-1. Softball field is right across the street from the baseball field. There had been scheduled a Clinton versus Mountain View baseball game today, but that was canceled early this morning. Here's the pitch, and fouled at the plate. And now Abigail's in the hole 1-2. Clinton played last night. The boys led 4-1 midway through the game. Rain hit. They kept playing. Green Forest came back to beat the Yellow Jackets before it was over. And a foul back over the screen. Count stays 1-2. And then I believe the Yellow Jackets may have had 8 players make it to school this morning. There's been a flu bug going around among the coaches and the players. And I think before noon, there was even less than 8 players, so that game was canceled. He made up at another time. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good play by the catcher. Count now evened up at 2-2. Now, the Harding game last week that was canceled in girls softball due to rain, that will be made up on April the 11th. Here's the pitch, and inside. And Abigail's now worked the count full, 3-2. She was in the hole 1-2. See if the Yellow Jackets want to start the runners here. Here's the pitch, and ball 4 high, and the bases are loaded for the pitcher, Lily Smith. 2 walks and a single have loaded the bases. Smith with a chance to help herself. She will start on the mound today for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Jackets on the road would love to jump off to an early lead. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Johnson. Throws home out there, and that's the only play. Good play by Emery Johnson. Because if she doesn't catch that one, it's probably going to center field, and Clinton's going to score 2 runs. Limwell out at the plate. Woodward moves to third. Parks to second. And now Smith at first. And Annabelle Sal at the plate. Johnson pitches. Pitch high. Reese McDonald on deck. Jackets trying to jump out to an early lead. There's the pitch, swinging a foul tip caught by the catcher. Count even now 1-1, and Annabelle took a rip at that one. Big hole in left center field. The left fielder is probably 15 feet from the left field line, and the center fielder is probably 5 feet to the right of second. Here's the pitch, and foul straight back, and now Annabelle's in the hole 1-2. Mountain View would like a strikeout here. Clinton just wants to put the ball in play. Here's the pitch, and line drive center field. Now picks, throw to second. That one caught me by surprise. It looked like it was headed towards center field. The second baseman fielded it behind second, and then flipped it to the shortstop for an out. But the Yellow Jackets do score a run. They jump out to a 1-0 lead as Lily Woodward scores. First run of the day. Parks ends up at third. Lily Smith was out at second, and Sal's over at first. Reese McDonald up, 2 on, 2 out. Jackets had the bases loaded and no outs. So they would like to get more than just 1 run. And a swing and a miss on a pitch down. And now the count's 0-2. Reese checking third for the sign from Joe Hudson. Runners at first and third. Might see the runner at first take off here. Here's the pitch and fly ball center field. Center fielder comes in, can't make the play. Parks scores, and South ends up over at third. And the Yellow Jackets still have first and third, but now it's 2-0 on a good piece of hitting by Reese McDonald, just guarding the plate with 2 strikes and getting the ball into center field. That's the second hit of the inning for the Yellow Jackets. That'll bring in Reese Prince. First and third, 2 outs. The pitch is a ball inside. And Reese McDonald steals second. A base hit could score 2. Prince steps back in, and she fouls it back to the screen. She was right on that one. So I'll check the flags here. Look like maybe the wind is blowing from toward right field. Here's the pitch. And foul in front of the plate. Catcher bounces out, makes a throw, out at first. The runner from second coming to third was knocked down by the shortstop. But the play went to first. And it'll stand, and that'll be the third out of the inning as Prince grounds out from the catcher to the first baseman. But Yellow Jackets come up with a couple of runs. They get 2 hits along with a couple of walks. They leave 2. And as we head to the bottom of the first, it's Clinton 2, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Lily Smith taking her warm-up pitches. She'll pitch here to Mountain View in the bottom of the first inning. Yellow Jackets picked up 2 in the top half. Lined up from Mountain View. It'll be Liza Little, the left fielder, leading off. Laylee Barker, the third baseman, batting second. Emery Johnson, the pitcher today, batting third. Emily Carter, the first baseman, batting fourth. Aaliyah Goodman, the catcher, batting fifth. Kate Stewart, the center fielder, batting sixth. Riley Shipman, shortstop, batting seventh. Haley Long, the second baseman, batting eighth. And rounding up the lineup will be Haley Rowland, the right fielder. And it'll be Lytle, Barker, and Johnson, Carter, Goodman, and Stewart, and Shipman, Long, and Rowland. And Lily's first pitch of the day is a high ball 1. Liza Little, the left fielder, is the hitter. And the pitch on the way is high. Ball 2. Mountain View 0-5 on the season, 0-2 in conference play. Here's the pitch. And just a little bit high now, 3-0. Smith winds and fires. And ground ball to third. There's Parks over to first to Reese McDonald. That may be her first ever catch at first base, and she makes it look easy. And 1 out here in the Mountain View first inning. Surprised that Lytle was swinging away, had a 3-0 count. And I think the third base coach, that's Kevin Johnson over at coaching at third. I think he was surprised too. I saw him shrug his shoulders there. If you may not recognize the name Kevin Johnson, but you've heard his voice if you follow basketball, as he is the radio voice of the Mountain View Yellow Jackets, both football and basketball. And that's his daughter Emery today pitching for Mountain View. And the pitch from Smith is grounded back to her. She feels it over to first, and 2 up, 2 down here in the Mountain View first. Slow roller back to the mound. And that'll bring in Emery Johnson. I've seen Emery play since their youth league days and the summer leagues. Good player. And the pitch is a strike on the corner. Smith gets ahead. Here's the pitch. And changeup just missed. Count even up 1-1. I don't see any of the Lady Yellow Jackets wearing caps today. There haven't been many days this year where the sun has shined, and I see several players trying to hold their hand over their eyes. 1-1 pitch is high, now 2-1. They'll be looking into the sun. Here's the pitch. Inside now, 3-1. Home plate is on the west end of the field, so all the players, definitely the shortstop over to right field. Everybody on the right side of the field is looking right into the sun. And pitches a ball, and that's the first runner of the day for Mountain View as Johnson walks. And that'll bring in Emily Carter, the first baseman. And the pitch is high. We'll probably see both Lily Smith and Annabelle Saturday. Unless over the weekend they were using both pitchers in each game, trying to keep them fresh. Pitch is high. Count 2-0. And the pitch on the way is fouled. Count runs 2-1. Just tuned in. Yellow Jackets got 2 in the top of the first. And they lead 2-0 here. Mountain View has a runner at first and 2 outs on a beautiful day here in Mountain View. Lily Smith gets the sign, steps back on. Here's the pitch. And a foul at the plate. And that may have caught Woodward's hand. And she's kind of flexing her hand there a little bit. She's tough, and she'll jump back behind the plate. Count now 2-2. Johnson over at first. Jackets trying to get out of this first inning. And a change-up, swing and a miss. And she struck her out, and that'll end the inning as Smith gets her first strikeout of the ball game. And that'll end the first inning. Mountain View draws a walk, leaves a runner, does not score. And as we head to the top of the second inning, it's Clinton 2, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the trip, 94.7.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
A good first inning for Clinton. They take the lead, 2-0 here. Looking at games around the conference. Ball Knob travels to Riverview Day. That's about an 8-mile trip for those two schools. Ball Knob at Riverview, and Pangburn at Newport today. That should be an interesting girls' game. Newport beat the Yellow Jackets 13-12 a couple of weeks ago. Pangburn still undefeated in conference play. And in fact, Pangburn beat McCrory on Monday by a score of 8-2. In some polls, McCrory is the number 1 girls team in Class A softball, or check that, Class 2A softball. And so Pangburn beat them by a score of 8-2. And also, Rosebud steps out of conference play today, as they'll host Concord today at Rosebud. Harding Academy is off today. It'll be Ashley James, Gracie Linville, or check that, It'll be Ashley James, Gracie Hareka, and Gracie Linville due up here in the Clinton second. Anybody gets on, and it'll bring up Lily Woodward. And pitch is high. Yellow Jackets sent 7 batters to the plate in the first inning. Picked up a couple of hits. Drew a couple of walks. Ended up scoring twice. Johnson's pitch is a swing and a miss. Actually had a good rip at that one. James playing right field today. Here's the pitch, and swing and a ground ball back to the pitcher. Johnson has it over to first for the out, and that's how the Clinton second inning starts, on a ground ball back to the pitcher. And that'll bring in Gracie Hareka. She's the designated player. Similar to a designated hitter, she can bat for another player. And the pitch is high. One of the several differences in softball and baseball. Of course, softball, they can't lead off base. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Count now even at 1-1. Hareka steps back in and takes a strike at the knees. Count now 1-2. Hareka got to guard the plate now in the hole 1-2. And the pitch is high. Count even up now 2-2. Johnson's 2-2 pitch is high, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch is fouled back to the screen. Outfield grass, similar to Clinton, still kind of coming in here as it's spring. It's a little bit patchy in some places. And the pitch on the way is grounded toward first, fielded by Carter, and she'll tag Hareka for the second out of the inning. And it'll be 3 unassisted on the putout. And now back to the top of the order, and Gracie Linville. Gracie got down to the count 0-2, came back, drew a walk. Eventually was thrown out at the plate. Bases were loaded, and there was a ground ball back to the pitcher, and she was forced out at home. And now she's trying to get something started here with 2 outs in the Clinton second. And she fouls it at the foot of the catcher. Glad you could join us today on a beautiful day for softball. Here's the pitch, and fly ball right center field. It's going to get down for a hit, and Linville makes the turn. She's heading for second. Ball gets away from the right fielder, and Linville's going to end up all the way over at third with a 2-out triple for Clinton here in the second inning. And you can see Linville, if you're watching on the live stream, she can run. And as soon as that right fielder booted the ball a little bit, she was all the way to third. And she is there now with 2 outs, and Woodward to the plate with a chance to add to the Clinton lead. Lily singled her first time up. That was that ground ball between short and third. The shortstop Shipman made a really good play on, but had no throw. And now Lily's got a chance to add to the lead. And ball gets away from the catcher. Here comes Linville, safe at the plate. It just got maybe 6 feet away from the catcher. Didn't even get back to the screen, but that was enough for Linville to score. And if you're watching on TV, the key to that was as soon as the pitcher let go of the ball, she started bouncing off third. And as soon as the ball got away, she was off immediately and scored. If you don't take off immediately on that, you don't score. Ground ball to third. Fielded there, over to first, and out at first on a throw from Barker to Carter. That ends the inning, but Clinton comes up with a 2-out run as they get a 2-out triple for Linville, and she steals home. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's Clinton 3 and Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jackets softball on the Trip, 94.7.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Well, the Yellow Jackets scratched across the run in the second after 2 were out, and now lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here in Mountain View. Talked about those softball standings. Currently, it's 2 teams tied for first. Pangburn 3-0 on the year in conference play, and Harding Academy 3-0. Now, last week, Harding Academy kind of shocked the conference as they beat Ball Knob by a score of 2-1. And, the favorites, most people thought Pangburn, Ball Knob, and Clinton were the favorites. Pangburn now 3-0, Harding 3-0. The Yellow Jackets are tied for third. Newport 2-1, Clinton 2-1, and Ball Knob 2-1. And then it's Rosebud 1-2, Cave City 1-4, Riverview 0-3, and Mountain View 0-2. So Yellow Jackets still have Harding and Pangburn and Ball Knob still left to play. So the Lady Yellow Jackets really still control their own destiny. If they win out, they're going to get at least a share of their second straight conference championship. But that will be a tough row to hoe as we head into the month of April. Pop fly on the infield. Catcher Woodward hits her glove. Can't hang on to it, but she's about a step in foul territory. And it's going to be a long strike here. As the hitter is Aaliyah Goodman, the catcher. That's a tough play for the catcher. And that ball's got backspin on it. It started out probably a couple of feet in front of the plate and then backed up into foul territory. And Lily's kind of looking up into that high sky and the sun. And the ball popped out of her glove. If you've ever caught, the pop-up behind the plate is a tough one because that backspin, it kind of takes you back toward the toward the screen. And ground ball to second. And there's Linville over to first. Close play there, but Reese makes the catch. And Goodman's out there. That ball kind of hit the ground and just died. It's soft out there after all that rain that we had yesterday. And it just bounced about 10 feet in front of Linville and just died there. So Gracie had to come in and field it, flip it to Reese. And Goodman made it close, but out at first. And that's how the second inning starts for Mountain View. That'll bring in Kate Stewart, the center fielder. Shows bunt, now swinging, hits it back to Smith, flips to first for the out. And just like that, Mountain View has 2 outs quickly here in the second inning. And that'll bring in Riley Shipman. I remember that name, too, one of Mountain View's basketball players. Mountain View has been highly successful in girls basketball the last few years, a state title and some near-state titles. And Riley Shipman is one of those players, along with Emery Johnson, part of that program. And Shipman takes one just a little bit high. Haley Long on deck. Shipman is the 8th place hitter. And the pitch from Smith is high, now 2-0. I know Lily would like to end the inning right here and have that number 9 hitter lead off the third. Lily steps off, now back on, and fires a strike in there. Count now 2-1. Nice complex here in Mountain View. We talked about that. One of the nice things about it, there's plenty of parking. And fly ball foul toward my car as I say that, but it misses it just to the right. Sheriff Emberton retrieving that one. Shipman steps back in. Count now 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And low it in the dirt. And the count runs full. Yellow Jacket outfield pretty much for the most part straight away and fairly deep. This is a big ballpark. And here's the pitch. Is fly ball right field. Ashley James is there, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning on a nice play by Ashley James in right field. 3 up, 3 down from Mountain View. We head to the third. It's Clinton 3 and Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the trip, 94.7.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
A service of King Sullivan Radio, K234BB and 94.7 FM, KGFL 1110 AM, Clinton.
And we're quickly into the third inning. Clinton leads by a score of 3-0. Yellow Jackets will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up here in the third as they look to try to add on to this 3-0 lead. Yellow Jackets will be back home Friday as they take on the Rosebud Ramblers in another conference game. That'll be at City Fields in downtown Clinton. And also the boys will be back in action on Friday as they host Rosebud over at the ballpark in Clinton. Rosebud boys, along with Harding Academy, tied at the top of the standings, undefeated in conference play. So that'll be a big boys game on Friday. And the pitch is a ground ball towards short. Over to first. That's Shipman to Carter for the out. And Abigail Parks grounds out to open the third inning of play here. That'll bring in Lily Smith. Lily hit one back to the pitcher in the first inning. Pitcher threw to home for a force out of Linville. Smith reached first, so they call that a fielder's choice. Fly ball, right field. Could be trouble. Right fielder there. It's overhead. Smith's heading for second. Throw there. She is safe. And Lily Smith has a double with one out here in the third inning. We talked about the sun could be a problem today. The right fielder, that's Carter. I'll check that. That's not Carter. Out in right field. Got some sunglasses on, but she Looked like she may have lost sight of that one. It landed behind her. And Lily Smith hustling all the way out of the box, reaches second. And the Yellow Jackets have a runner at second. And only one out. Annabelle Sal, the hitter. She grounded out from the second baseman, who flipped it to the shortstop at second for a force out. So she also reached on a fielder's choice in that first inning. But her fielder's choice scored a run, so she does have an RBI and a hot shot foul outside of third. Joe Hudson wanted no part of that one. If I was coaching third, I'd want no part of that one either. I think there's the under 30 third base coach. They try to field those. The over 30 coaches, we get out of the way. 0-2 the count. Sal guarding the plate and swinging a miss. And Johnson took a little bit off that one. A nice pitch. And Sal goes down swinging. That'll be Johnson's first strikeout of the ball game. And the Yellow Jackets need a 2-out hit here to score. Smith second. Reese McDonald at the plate. Reese singled her first time up. Pitch, ground ball towards short. Shipman feels it. Long throw is wide. Safe at first. Gets away from the first baseman, and the runner is going to score as Lily Smith scores. And they're going to give Reese McDonald second as the ball sailed. I think may have sailed into the dugout. There'll be an error on the shortstop. McDonald gets second on the overthrow. Lily Smith had rounded third, was headed home. She was going to score, and then the ball hopped into the dugout. And Reese Prince is hit with the first pitch, and Reese will head to first. McDonald still at second. Good speed on the bases. McDonald at second, Prince at first. Ashley James at the plate. The senior has a chance to add on here for Clinton. Hereka on deck. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and actually had a good rip at that one. Clinton has scored in every inning. They now lead 4-0. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. Count 1-1. A lot of hitting room in left center field. That's left fielder is really close to the line, maybe 20 feet from the left field line. Here's the pitch, swing, foul at the plate. And now Ashley's in the hole 1-2. And the center fielder's pretty much straight away, so there's wide open space right over the shortstop's head toward the fence. One, two the count. Johnson's pitch is high, now 2-2. Johnson steps back on, gets the sign. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. And Ashley James goes down. Johnson's second strikeout of the game, second strikeout of the inning. But the Yellow Jackets do score, and he got started with a double by Lily Smith. The Yellow Jackets get a hit, score a run, and as we head to the bottom of the third, it is Clinton 4 and Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets have scored at every inning. They've got 4 runs on 4 hits as we head to the bottom of the third. It's Clinton 4 and Mountain View nothing. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for Mountain View. And it'll be Haley Long, the second baseman, followed by Lytle and Barker. Mountain View still without a hit as we head to the third. Haley Long, the first left-handed batter of the day for Mountain View. Lily Smith in her third inning of work. Struck out 1, walked 1 so far. Here's the pitch, and foul back to the screen. Count even up 1-1. So I see a few shadows coming onto the field. If you're watching at home, there's trees on the third base side of the field. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed outside. Trees on the left side of the field, and believe it or not, the home team dugout and home fans are on the left side with the shade. I'm sure there was some planning went into that. Here's the pitch, and just missed again. Now 3-1. On the right side of the field is this parking I told you about, so plenty of parking here at Mountain View. But you can see the shadows now starting to creep onto the field on the third base side. And the pitch is a ball. And a leadoff walk for the 9th place hitter, Long. That'll bring in Lytle. She grounded to third to open the ball game. In fact, she had a 3-0 count. And then was swinging away on 3-0 and grounded out to third. I think she may have missed a sign on that one. Here's the pitch. And it's high for a ball. Parks at third. Sal at short. Linwood at second. Reese McDonald at first. Normally an outfielder. Her first game ever at first base. Ground ball to second. Linville tags the runner. Throws to first. Double play. Nice play by Gracie Linville. She fielded the ball, tagged the runner going from first to second, and then flipped the ball to Reese for the out. And just like that, a double play and 2 outs here in the Mountain View third. Nice play by Gracie Linville. That'll bring in ground ball back up the middle and in the center field for a base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game for Mountain View. Two-out single. Smith to the plate, and the pitch is just a little bit high. Runner at first, 2 outs. Pitch is high. Oh, check that. I was too quick on that one. Called that a strike. Now it's 1-1. Layla Barker at the plate. Swing and a miss. Barker grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. She's the number 2 place hitter in the lineup. And ball 3-1 the count. Pitch from Smith. There's a strike called. Now, count full on Barker. Let me see, the runner at first may take off here with 2 outs. Nothing to lose if you're the runner. And the pitch is ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Linville dove. Couldn't make the play. And Prince gets it back. Throw to third. Close play at third. Safe there, but clearly a base hit to center field. And Reese Prince fielded it and almost threw the runner out going from first to third. But back-to-back hits for Mountain View here in the third. And they got runners at second and third. And 2 outs, and that'll bring in the third-place hitter, Emery Johnson, who walked back in the first. Pitch is strike called. Key part of the game here. Mountain View tries to get back in the game, and a changeup, strike called. Now counts 0-2. 0-2 the count. Clinton leads 4-0. Mountain View with 2 on and 2 outs, and a pitch is a ball. Now 1-2. Nice pitch by Smith, just off the plate. See if she could get Johnson to chase it. And the pitch is going towards second. There's Linville. Played her perfectly. Makes the play over to first, and that'll end the inning. Mountain View gets their first hits of the ball game. They pick up 2 hits, but leave 2 runners. And as we head to the 4th inning, it's Clinton 4, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when a patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Nice pitch by Lily Smith. Good defense by the Yellow Jackets as they got out of a jam there. Clinton leads 4-0, but Mountain View had runners at second and third, 2 outs. And their number 3 hitter up, Emery Johnson. And Smith got her to ground into the hole at second. And right there was Gracie Linville for the play. And the Jackets head to the 4th inning now. They've scored in every inning. And the Yellow Jackets have 4 hits. They'll have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up here in the 4th inning. Glad you could join us. Hope everybody back home having a good afternoon. I'm going to sit back, drink some iced tea, and watch some Yellow Jacket softball. Maybe Mr. John and Miss Sunny are watching today. I saw them at the Huddle House the other morning, and they said they like to watch the ball game, so I hope that they're able to sit back and watch the game this afternoon. And never forget about the Huddle House. Great place to eat a meal, breakfast, lunch, or supper. It's all great there at the Huddle House. I'm sure maybe Miss Becky and Mr. Sam are watching down in Choctaw this afternoon. And all Yellow Jacket fans across Van Buren County tuning in. I think maybe a few out-of-state fans. I think the Prince family, I think one set of grandparents and family live in Iowa. Sometimes they're able to tune in and watch. And so we're hoping they're watching today, maybe up in Iowa. Hurricane fouls the first pitch off down the right field side. And the pitch from Johnson is a strike, and now Hurricane's in the hole 0-2. Linville on deck. Linville's been all over the bases so far today and played a great second base. Ground ball to first, fielded by Carter, and she'll step on the base for the out. And that's how the Clinton 4th inning starts, on a ground ball unassisted to the first baseman. Back to the top of the order, Gracie Limble's up. She's 1 for 1 on the day. She walked in the first inning and then tripled and scored in the second. That second inning, the Yellow Jackets, the first 2 hitters went down, and then Gracie comes up with a 2-out triple and then steals home as the ball gets away from the catcher. And that was the 3rd run of the game for Clinton. And the pitch is high. Linville looking to get on here. When Linville gets on, as we said earlier, good things usually happen. Still got that big gap, maybe even bigger out there in left field. The center fielder is on the first base side of second, and the left fielder is about 15 or 20 feet. Now fly ball, right field, trouble, and drops. Linville heading for second, throw there, safe as she's in there standing up. And once again, that kind of no man's land out in right field. The second baseman and the right fielder couldn't get there in time. It hits the ground. Give the second baseman Long some credit, though. She fielded it quickly on a hop and then threw quickly to second base. So with Linville speed, she was in there standing up at second. And for the 3rd time today, Gracie Linville is on base. That'll bring in Lily Woodward. She singled in the first for Clinton's first hit. Grounded to third in the second. Lily also scored first run of the day for Clinton. Line drive off the first baseman's glove into right field. Linville's going to score. Woodward hits for second, and she's safe there. And back-to-back doubles for the Lady Yellow Jackets. And they now extend the lead to 5-0 here in the 4th inning. And that was a hot shot off the first baseman's glove. Also, we told you that sun is coming in from behind home plate, so she was looking right into the sun and trying to catch a line shot by Woodward. Off her glove into right field, and Lily hustling all the way out of the box, ends up at second. And foul back by Abigail Parks. RBI for Woodward. Abigail's up. She walked in the first. Was forced out at home plate and then grounded out to the third baseman. And now she taps one foul at the plate, and she's in the hole 0-2. Abigail anxious to hit. Good hitter with power. She can get one up in the air here. Johnson's head 0-2, and the pitch is fouled again. And she's just way out in front of it. Fouls it toward the Mountain View third base dugout. To the count. Parks guarding the plate, trying to add to this 5-0 Clinton lead. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good eye by Abigail. She took something off that one on the changeup. Kind of bounced that one in there. Count now 1-2. Lily Smith on deck. And the pitch is high now, 2-2. And Abigail looking for something to hit now. I'm not sure I see Abigail's mom here today or not. If she's not, she's probably watching in, so I hope Miss Jamie's watching this one. And ground ball slowly hit toward first. Could be close at first. Carter picks it, flips it. Second baseman drops it, and the call is safe at first as Abigail hit a slow roller toward second. And it was fielded by by Carter, the first baseman. She wasn't going to get to the base in time, so she flipped it to Long, the second baseman covering first, and Long dropped the ball. And the Yellow Jackets now have first and third with only one out. We'll give Parks a hit on that one. 3 straight hits for the Yellow Jackets. Lily Smith with a chance to help herself. Ground ball towards short, fielded by Shipman. Out at second, but Woodward will score, and that'll add to the 6-0 Yellow Jacket lead. As Smith put the ball in play. Nice play by Shipman. She got her only play she had was at second, and she got the force out there. But Woodward scores and give Lily Smith an RBI. 2 outs now. Annabelle Sal up. Jackets could use a 2-out hit here. Annabelle 0 for 2 today. Struck out her last time up. Takes one high. Annabelle grounded to second back in the first. And they got a force out at second base on that one. She reached on the fielder's choice and then struck out in the third. And the pitch is high. Now ball 2. Clinton now with 7 hits on the day to go along with 6 runs. And here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Had a good rip at that one. Good pitch by Johnson, though. It was low in the strike zone. Count 2-1. Hitters get ahead in the count, and then they start looking for a certain pitch. Annabelle steps back in. Johnson steps on. Here's the pitch. And ground ball back to Johnson. Fields it over to first for the out. And that'll end the inning here. But another good inning for the Lady Yellow Jackets. They get 3 hits. They pick up 2 runs. They leave 1. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's Clinton 6 and Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Here's the pitch. You swing. It's a deep drive to left center field. You've hit a home run with Farm Bureau Insurance. From great rates and local agents to fast, fair claim service, it's Farm Bureau Insurance. See Kai Rhoda, Ty Glover, or Mickey Parrish for all your insurance needs at Farm Bureau Insurance today at 501-745-2117. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4:30. That's Farm Bureau. You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Pleasant.
New pitcher in the game for Clinton. We anticipated this. Annabelle Sal will now relieve Lily Smith on the hill. They've been doing that for the last few ball games, trying to keep both pitchers fresh. But Lily Smith, a great job today on the mound, and we may see her before the day is over. But Lily Smith, in her 3 innings of work, gave up no runs to Mountain View and only 2 hits. And she only pitched to 3 batters over the minimum. That'd be 9 hitters through 3 innings. She only pitched to 12. So a good job by Lily Smith. And we'll see what Annabelle Sal can do here. And the Yellow Jackets have spotted her out to a 6-0 lead here as Mountain View bats in the 4th. And it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Mountain View. It'll be Emily Carter, Aaliyah Goodman, and Kate Smith due up here for Mountain View. Emily Carter's up. She struck out in the first time she was up. Lily Smith had 1 strikeout and 2 walks while she was in there today. And first pitch by Sal is high. Now with Sal going to the mound, Gracie Linville moves over from second to shortstop. And Lily Smith now playing second base. And the pitch is high. Now 2-0 Parks at third. And Reese McDonald over at first in her first ever action at first base. She did a good job over there so far. And pitch inside, now 3-0. And pitch is high, ball 4. And I was right. Jamie Williams not here today. She dropped us a note that she's got one of her little ones home sick today. So She's a normal regular here at the game, watching her daughter Abigail along with the rest of the Lady Yellow Jackets. So we wish a speedy recovery there for one of Jamie's little ones at home. Jamie also our Yellow Jacket cheerleader sponsor, and they were great this year, the Lady Yellow Jackets and the Lady Jacket cheerleaders. They were a big part of a fun year of football and basketball. And the pitch is high. Carter walked. This is Leah Goodman. She grounded a second, her first time up. Annabelle still trying to get clued in. She's thrown 5 straight balls. And the pitch is a little bit high now, 2-0. And the pitch is a strike. As Annabelle poured that one in there. That get her going here. Count now 2-1. And the pitch is high. Count 3-1. The batter thought it was ball 4. Umpire calls her back, and the count now 3-1. I think Annabelle just trying to get her form in right now. Her technique is just a little bit off. And the pitch is high, ball 4. And back-to-back walks for Mountain View here in the 4th inning. That'll bring in Kate Stewart. Kate grounded back to the pitcher in the 2nd inning. Two on, nobody out. Mountain View had 2 on in the last inning with 2 outs. Smith was able to get out of it. See what Sal can do here. First pitch is high. Ball 1. Shadows covering the field more and more. And a strike. Nice pitch there at the knees. Count even 1-1. Parks in tied at 3rd. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And now Sal's ahead in the count 1-2. And that pitch a little bit up. She got Stewart to go for it. And Annabelle could sure use a strikeout right here. Infield looking for 2. Here's the pitch. And way high. Gets away from the catcher. Throw to 3rd. And safe there on a wild pitch. Both runners move up. And now it's a full count. The scoreboard showing 1-2. Now the umpire says it's 3-2. I think that is correct. Scoreboard showing 1-2. 2nd and 3rd, no outs. The pitch is swinging a miss on a nice pitch by Sal. That was at the knees and had something on it. And that's what she needed there to get the strikeout. Leave the runners at 2nd and 3rd. That'll bring in the 7th place hitter, Riley Shipman. Fly ball behind first. Reese has it in foul territory. And there's 2 outs. 2nd and 3rd, no outs. And now 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs. Nice play by Reese. That sun didn't bother her as she backed up behind 2nd, looked back into the sun, and made the catch. And the Jackets now have a chance to get out of this inning. Haley Long, the hitter. She walked in the 3rd. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Ball gets away from the catcher, but runner stays at 3rd. That's Carter. Infield at normal depth. Play at first base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And ball in the dirt. Good play by Woodward to block that one. Count now 2-0. 9th place hitter, Haley Rowland on deck. You'd like to end the inning right here. Have that 9th place hitter lead off the next inning. Sal gets a sign. Here's the pitch. And a strike called. Count now 2-1. That sun's getting low in the west. If you're watching on TV, you can see Prince in center and James in right field struggling to see. Strike called on the corner, now 2-2. Both players, Prince has her glove up. James had her hand up earlier, trying to be able to see. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and swinging a ground ball foul outside of third. And Long stays alive. Two the count. Jackets lead 6-0. Mountain View threatening here in the fourth. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss! And Sal comes back to retire the side. Mountain View had second and third and nobody out. And Sal comes back to set them down on a strikeout. Mountain View leaves 2, doesn't score. We head to the fifth. It's Clinton 6, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Well, Yellow Jacket pitching has been able to pitch out of trouble the last 2 innings. Mountain View's left the bases at second and third the last 2 innings without scoring. And the Yellow Jackets head to the fifth. We lead 6-0 here. I want to thank all of our great Yellow Jacket sponsors, all the ones that you hear throughout the season during football and basketball. You can't beat the community support that Clinton gets, and also from the business community. There's not many towns that have broadcasts of all football and basketball, and now baseball and softball. And so we want to thank all those sponsors that you hear all through the year. And then we also want to thank some that have jumped on board here for baseball and softball. I want to mention Mickey Parrish and all the folks at Farm Bureau, all the agents along there with Mickey Parrish and all the ladies who work there. I want to thank them for their supports, and no better friend to Yellow Jacket Sports than Mickey Parrish and Farm Bureau. I want to thank them, located on the bypass, not the bypass, but the old road in downtown Clinton. And so, but for all your insurance needs, there's Mickey Parrish and Farm Bureau. Well, as we head into the fifth inning, it'll be Annabelle Sal, Reese McDonald, and Reese Prince due up for the Yellow Jackets. In fact, I think that's Reese McDonald leading off. That is correct. Yeah, Reese is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled in the first, reached on an error by the shortstop in the second inning, and that error allowed Lily Smith to come around and score. And the pitch by Johnson. Emery Johnson still on the mound for Mountain View. Reese ahead in the count 3-1, and like Gracie Linville, if she gets on base, usually good things happen with her speed. And she fouls that one back. Now count runs full, 3-2. I want to mention the Clinton Stockyards, and for all your livestock selling needs, the Clinton Stockyards located on the Highway 65 North, next to the Archie Creek Bridge. Fly ball, right field. Could be trouble. Right fielder over. Can't make the play. And McDonald heads for second. Throw there, and she is out at second on a bang-bang play. As the ball landed in right field, the Yellow Jackets took a shot with a 6-0 lead, and Reese thrown out on a close play at second, and that's how the Clinton fifth inning begins here. Give Reese a hit, and it'll be the right fielder throwing to the shortstop. That'll be 9-6 for the out, and that'll bring in Reese Prince. Reese 0 for 1 today. Was thrown out by the catcher in the first inning and was hit by a pitch her last time up. Reese takes a ball and the pitch and swinging a foul over to the right side, and count even up 1-1. Clinton Stockyards sales on Saturday, and you can call the Stockyards for any type of questions on getting your livestock there, how the sale operates. They'll be glad to answer each and all of your questions at the Clinton Stockyards. And the pitch is high, now 2-1. Also want to mention Philip Jones, Arkansas Mountain Realty, for all your realty needs, buying, selling, homes, land, commercial property. Philip Jones can do it all. And half swing, couldn't hold up. Now count even up at 2-2. Philip's got a good website on the ArkansasMountainRealty.com. You can go there and see what he has, and you can ask questions, and you can make contact, and he'll get back with you on that website. And a strike called, and Prince goes down looking here. And quickly, 2 outs in the Clinton second. For Johnson, that is her 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring in Ashley James. Ashley 0 for 2 today. She grounded it back to the pitcher in the second and struck out in the 3rd. Ashley's down over to my right. County Judge Dale James is here. And Mrs. James. There's the pitch. 1 hop off the catcher. That'll be ball 2. Yeah, call Philip Jones for all your realty needs. Tell him you want to have one of them open houses. He'll set one up for you. And probably have some, knowing him, he'll have some baked goods there. Philip Jones, Arkansas Mountain Realty. James takes a strike. Count now 2-1. Regions Bank of Clinton, located in downtown Clinton, just off the Court Square. And, of course, you can bank online with them 24 hours a day. And they have one of the largest networks of ATMs in the country, so you're never out of touch with Regions Bank. Foul back of the screen. Count now even at 2-2. Todd Treese and family and John Treese and everyone at the Pottery Shop, stop by there. Highway 65 North, next to the Stockyards. And Johnson's pitch is low, now 3-2. We say it every week, but you'll see stuff at the Pottery Shop you won't see anywhere else, from home furnishings and to clothing and fashions. It's a unique store, and people come from all over to stop there. And so it's right there in our own hometown, so stop by and see the Treese family and the Pottery Shop on Highway 65 North. James takes a ball. She walks, and actually is on base for the first time today, and that'll bring in Gracie Hareka. Gracie's grounded to the first baseman twice today. She's 0 for 2. And if she could reach, there's Gracie Linville on deck. And pitch, fly ball, just foul down the right field line. And that would have sent James to third. And that was just inches foul down the right field line. Chad Brown, attorney at law, another one of our great baseball, softball boosters. And he's located downtown Clinton on Court Street, I believe, in downtown Clinton, right across the street from the courthouse and right next door to City Hall. So he is right in the middle of all things Clinton. And so see Chad Brown, attorney at law, downtown Clinton, for all your legal needs, from civil to criminal to property. 1-2 the count, and Harika fouls it. She stays alive at 1-2. James at first with 2 outs. Clinton leads 6-0 here in the 5th. And the pitch is high, ball 2. Back to the screen, and James goes to second. And she's there with 2 outs, and a base hit could score, James. Hereka steps back in. 2-2 the count. She's guarding the plate. Here's the pitch, and just missed. Count goes full, 3-2. I want to mention Carrie Renfro with Academy Mortgage and the Cash Saver parking lot and the strip mall. It includes Vandergrift Shoes. She's at the end of that mall. Here's the pitch, and ball 4. Scoreboard now says 3-2. So the count is full, 3-2. It was 1-2. Now it's 3-2. And the pitch is a swing and a ground ball foul. Carrie Renfro with Academy Mortgage, across from Pizza Hut. For all your mortgage needs, you buy a home, you can go there and talk about a mortgage, maybe get pre-approved for a mortgage. They can do it there, or maybe refinance. There's the pitch. Ground ball slowly hit the second. Fielded by Long, flips over to first for the out, and that'll end the inning. And for the first time today, Clinton does not score in an inning. Yellow Jackets get a hit, leave one, and as we head to the bottom of the 5th, it is Clinton 6, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Pleasant.
Well, we hit the Mountain View half of the 6th inning. Clinton leads 6-0. Annabelle Sal on the mound for her 2nd inning of work. And she allowed 2 runners to reach in the 5th on 2 leadoff. Well, the first 2 batters she faced walked, but then she got a strikeout. A pop up to first that Reese McDonald caught. And then she struck out Long to end the inning. So she first 2 reached, but she came back to get the next 3 hitters and preserves that 6-0 Clinton lead. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for Mountain View here in the 5th. Haley Rowland, the hitter. She ran into a double play back in the 3rd. Hit a ground ball to second that Linville caught, tagged the runner going from first to second, and then flipped it to first for the double play. And the pitch is just outside. Those shadows we talked about are now have crossed in the pitcher's mound and heading towards second. We started out with no shadows on the field. Now the outfielder's in right and center there, looking right into that sun. And the pitch is low, now 3-0. Sal trying to battle back, and the pitch is a strike. And the pitch is ball 4. I also think it caught a piece of the hitter, and I believe that's going to be a hit by pitch. Just grazed the batter, and for the 3rd straight inning, Mountain View gets the leadoff man on, and that was the number 9 place hitter. You really want to get that hitter out before you come back to the top of the lineup. And now pinch runner at first for Mountain View. And pitch back to the screen. Liza Lytle, the hitter, the leadoff batter, the left fielder. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Ran it out to third to open the ball game, and then singled, and was left stranded in the third. And slow pitch, diving catch by Sal. Throw to second. Out! What a play by Amanda Sal. It was a low liner hit to her left toward first base, a full out dive. She caught the ball and then gathered herself up and threw to second for a double play. What a play by Amanda Sal. And if you're at home, I hope you got to see that. That was an amazing play by Amanda Sal. And quickly, there are 2 outs in the Mountain View 6th inning. I'll check that. That's the Mountain View 5th inning. Getting ahead of myself here. I must be getting hungry. And Laylee Barker, the hitter, she's 1 for 2. Grounded back to the pitcher in the first, singled, and was left stranded in the third. Leadoff hit batter for Mountain View. But then a double play, and now there's 2 outs. And Barker's ahead in the count now, 2-0. And the pitch is fouled over the screen. Now 2-1. But man, what a play by Amanda Sal on that ball, hit back up the middle. And the pitch is a ball. Count now 3-1. Helps being a shortstop. We've seen her made some dazzling plays at shortstop. And so she's probably a really good fielding pitcher when she moves to the mound. And the pitch is a ball. And Barker walks with 2 outs. So, boy, that tells you how big that double play was. If they don't get that double play, Mountain View has at least 2 runners on here. And that'll bring in Emery Johnson, the number 3 hitter in the order. She's 0 for 1, walked and was left on in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman to end the third inning. Mountain View had 2 on in that inning when she grounded out. Pitches a ball low. Getting a little bit breezier here, kind of on the top of a hill here, just west of downtown of the Court Square in Mountain View. Here's the pitch. High. Throw to first, snap throw, and safe. And it was close at first, but I think she got back in there, but snap throw by Woodward. Good tag by McDonald. And Barker just barely beat the throw back to first. Count now 2-0. Sal needs to throw a strike. Here's the pitch, and there it is on the inside corner. Nice pitch. Not much a hitter could do with that one. Count now 2-1. Jackets lead 6-0. We're in the 5th. Here's the pitch, and almost the same spot. This time it's called a ball. Count now 3-1. Three one the count, runner at first. Here's the pitch, ball 4. And once again, Mountain View has 2 on and 2 outs. Back-to-back walks after the double play. That'll bring in Emily Carter. Carter's 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Walked and was left on in the 4th. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, good play by Woodward. Annabelle right now struggling with control. She got it going in that 4th inning after she walked the first 2. She came back. Now she's still trying to find the zone. And bounces that one in there. Now 2-0. Jackets have danced out of trouble the last 2 innings. Trying to do it here in the 5th. Johnson back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Johnson, or check that, Carter helped her there. That pitch was out of the strike zone. Count now 2-1. See if Annabelle can take advantage of that. Here's the pitch. And a strike called. Nice pitch there. Now 2-2. And the Jackets are 1 strike away from getting out of another jam. First and second, 2 outs. 2-2 the count. Deuces are wild. Here's the pitch. And nice pitch fouled at the plate. And that was a nice off-speed pitch by Sal. And Carter just got a piece of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. The deuces are wild. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. He strikes her out, and that'll end the inning. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Yellow Jackets wiggle out of trouble. Mountain View picks up 2 walks, leaves 2. And as we head to the 6th inning, it's Clinton 6, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
Living in a rural community, having access to healthcare is critical. It has been a blessing to our community.
Not that I want to go to the hospital, this last place that I really want to go, but this is a place I'd recommend to anybody.
There's nothing like the individual care that you get here. It's phenomenal.
Our purpose for being here is to serve people. It fills me with pride that we're able to do that.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Well, we head to the 6th inning. Clinton leads 6-0, and you would, the top of the order, due up for the Yellow Jackets, and you would really like maybe to put this game away here, as it'll be Linville, Woodward, and Parks, and if anybody gets on, Smith here, and the Yellow Jackets 6. The Yellow Jackets got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 more in the fourth to lead 6-0. The 5th inning was the only inning of the day so far. The Yellow Jackets have not scored. Jackets have 8 hits, 6 runs on the day. Mountain View with no runs on only 2 hits so far. Emery Johnson back to the mound for her 6th inning of work. Linville's been on base all 3 times today. She's 2 for 2. Also walked in the first, tripled and scored in the second, doubled and scored in the fourth. Coming up on the 6 o'clock hour here in Mountain View. This game started at about 4:29. It was 75 degrees then. Umpires are having a discussion down in front of the Clinton dugout. A little bit of a delay here. Johnson throwing the ball around to her infielders, trying to stay loose. And now they want to talk to Mountain View coach Kevin Johnson. Not sure what the delay is now, other than maybe talking about the lineup. My watch says it's 73 degrees. So it hadn't dropped much. We started the game at 75. And a comfortable 73 degrees here at the ballpark in Mountain View. Now the umpires are talking to the Clinton scorekeeper. See if I can hear what they're saying. Still not sure what's going on. It has something to do with the lineup. Clinton scorekeeper. Lily Smith's mother is showing the umpires our scorebook. Of course, the Mountain View scorebook is the official scorebook. The home team is the official scorekeeper and scorebook. Okay, I think what we noticed that Mountain View had a pinch runner the last inning. So they're talking about the player that reached base, the player that came in to run, and a player re-entered. You can have pinch runners, and you can have courtesy runners. Courtesy runners for the catcher and the pitcher, try to speed the game along. And pinch runners run for a player. Basically, it's a substitution. And so if you run for a player, a lot of times you'll say, hey, I want a pinch runner. They'll run, and then they'll say, I'm going to re-enter the player. In baseball and softball at the high school level, you can re-enter the game one time. If you're a fan of Major League Baseball, professional baseball, once you leave the game, you're out. But in high school baseball and softball, you can re-enter one time. And I think that's what it was. I think the runner was declared a pinch runner, therefore the player who came out of the game to continue to play had to re-enter. Well, whatever it was, we're back to action. And the best news of the day, it's Clinton leads 6-0. And the top of the order up for the Yellow Jackets, it's Linville, Woodward, and Parks. And the pitch. And low and in the dirt. There's a long delay that Emery Johnson had to have. She'd warmed up, was ready to go. And there was this long delay, so she had to throw basically to her infielders, and basically she was throwing overhand. I'm not sure if that translates any to underhand pitching. Linville looking to get on, get something started. Here's the pitch, and a strike called. Nice pitch by Johnson. She poured it in there. Now count 1-1. Jackets back at home Friday, coming out to the ballpark. Hope it'll be a good weather day like this one. Rosebud will be in town. Girls downtown. Boys at the ballpark at the school. Here's the pitch. Swing, a line drive, base hit. And Linville was all over that one. A line shot to center field. Ball gets away. She's heading to second. And she's safe there. You can't be careless with the ball with Gracie Linville running. The center fielder made a nice play, caught it on one hop, threw it back in, but it got away from the middle infielders. And Linville moves up to second, and she has her third hit of the ball game. She's 3 for 3. She scored twice. Lily Woodward's at the plate. She's 2 for 3. She singled in the first and scored, doubled in the fourth and scored. And shows bunt, takes a ball. Woodward at the plate, Linville at second. Abigail Parks on deck. I got a feeling this may be Abigail's time, this time at bat. She's been close first 3 at bats. Woodward bunts, misses. Strike called, count 1-1. Clinton looking to add on to their 6-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Now 2-1, and now Woodward is ahead in the count. It's a sign from Joe Hudson. Now steps back in. Here's the pitch. Ball high, but gets away from the catcher. And Linville gets over to third anyway without having to bunt. And now Woodward has a chance to knock her in. Linville at third, nobody out. Woodward at the plate. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. I'm not sure Lily knew what the count was. Looked back at the umpire. He told her it was ball 4. And the Yellow Jackets have the first 2 on here in the 6th inning. And now Abigail Parks is up. She's 1 for 2, walked in the first, singled in the 4th, and grounded out to third in that 3rd inning. But now she has a chance to do some damage here. And the pitch is high, ball 1. Lily Smith on deck. Johnson pitches, and it's high, and Woodward will take second without a throw. And now Clinton has 2 on, and nobody out. 2nd and 3rd. And the pitch is high. Now 2-0, and now Abigail can sit on 1 here. She can look for that perfect pitch and drive it. And here's the pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. There it is. That's going to score 2. Linville scores. Here comes Woodward on a 2-run RBI by Abigail Parks. And that extends the Clinton lead to 8-0. Two runs knocked in for Parks. And that'll bring in Lily Smith. Lily 1 for 3 on the day. Doubled and scored in the 3rd. And a shot off the pitcher's glove into center field. That's a hit. Parks is going to stop at second. And a 3rd hit of the inning for the Lady Yellow Jackets. And their bats are coming alive now. The Jackets have scored twice, well, 3 hits here in the 6th inning. Annabelle Sow to the plate. Annabelle's due at the plate. She's 0 for 3 on the day. And made a great defensive play in the last inning. If you just tuned in, and pitching, she dove, caught a line drive, and wheeled and threw the runner out leading or too far off the base at second for a double play. Sal takes a strike. Here's the pitch. Fly ball foul over the Clinton dugout. And out of play. Now she's in the hole 0-2. Parks at second. Smith at first. Still nobody out here in the Yellow Jackets 6th. Johnson pitches and just missed. That was definitely borderline there. Could have went either way. Annabelle gets the call. Now it's 1-2. A lot of room in right center field now. She can get one out there. Ball low. Now 2-2. Sal steps back in. And the pitch is high. Now 3-2. Was 0-2. Now she's battled her way back to 3-2. Although the scoreboard still shows 2-2. Johnson from the stretch to the plate. And it's in the dirt. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded. 5 straight Yellow Jackets have reached base here in the 6th. The Jackets have scored twice. And that'll bring in Reese McDonald. Reese 2 for 3 on the day, singled in the 1st, singled in the 5th. And now Kevin Johnson, head coach for Mountain View, will Makes a slow trip to the mound. And he brings in the entire infield here to talk about this situation. The Jackets have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 6th inning. Already lead by a score of 8-0. Conversation's over. Johnson heads back to the dugout. McDonald steps in. And the pitch is fouled at the plate. Strike one. Park's got a good jump off third. So did Smith at second. Good speed at first. And Sal, good speed at the plate with McDonald. Another speedy runner on deck in Reese Prince. And the pitch is a ground ball towards Shirt, fielded by Shipman. Out at second, but a run scores as Parks scores on the fielder's choice grounder by Reese McDonald. And Reese did her job there, put the ball in play, and scores the run. Now the Yellow Jackets lead by a score of 9-0. Smith moves over to third. And Annabelle Sal is out at second. And that'll bring in Reese Prince. And the pitch is a strike called. And runner McDonald takes second. She stopped halfway, maybe hoping to draw a throw, but Mountain View wasn't going to have anything with that. They just threw it back to the pitcher. And so Prince at the plate. Prince is 0 for 2, but she was hit by a pitch in the third. And the pitch is high. Count even 1-1. And she steps back in. And the pitch is foul back to the screen, now 1-2. And the Yellow Jackets would love to get that 10th run home. Sitting at third in the form of Lily Smith. Ashley James on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And swing back to the screen. Prince doing a good job of guarding the plate, fighting off those pitches. Waiting for one she can handle. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. And ground ball up the middle. That'll score a run. Fielded by Shipman over to first. And out at first. On a bang-bang play. Good job by the first baseman, Carter, to dig that one out of the dirt. You knew it was going to be close with Prince running, but she did score the run. And so Prince gets an RBI as Lily Smith scores. And now Clinton leads by a score of 10-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Good piece of hitting there by Reese Prince. Got down in the count 1-2, fouled off a couple, stayed alive, and then got one she could handle. Hit it to the shortstop. Didn't reach first, but she scored a run. And James fouls one off to the right. Shipman's done a good job at shortstop for Mountain View today. That's another good play by Riley Shipman. James takes a strike. Now she's in a hole 0-2. McDonald's over at third. If that ball gets away from the catcher, don't be surprised to see if she tries to score here. And the pitch is fly ball, right field. Right fielder going back overhead. James heads for second, and she's there with a 2-out RBI double. And the Yellow Jackets extend the lead now to 11-0 on a nice piece of hitting there by Ashley James. Down in the count 0-2, and she doubles over the right fielder's head. McDonald scores. Give Ashley an RBI on that one. And the Yellow Jackets now with 4 hits in the inning. And the Jackets now lead by a score of 11-0. And that'll bring in Gracie Hareka. Gracie 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded to the first baseman twice. And grounded to the second baseman. The 9th hitter to bat in the inning for Clinton. Takes a ball. Count even up 1-1. Hareka back in. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit low now, 2-1. Clinton now with 12 hits on the day. 12 hits, 11 runs for Clinton. Only 2 hits today for Mountain View. Here's the pitch and a foul over near the Clinton dugout. Gracie Limble on deck. She started this inning with a base hit, came around to score. Hareka looking for her first hit of the day. Here's the pitch. And a little bit high. Now 2-2. Johnson's gone all the way for Mountain View. There's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that'll end the inning as Hareka goes down swinging. But it's been a good inning for the Yellow Jackets. They get 4 hits, 2 walks, and the Yellow Jackets end up scoring 5 runs in the inning. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's Clinton 11, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 6th. The Yellow Jackets could retire Mountain View before they score twice. This game would come to an end with the 10-run mercy rule. And it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Mountain View. And Lily Smith returns to the mound. And Lily pitched earlier when she pitched 3 innings, gave up no runs, walked 2 and struck out 1. And then Annabelle Sow came in and pitched 2 innings and held Mountain View scoreless. Aaliyah Goodman's the hitter, and she's 0 for 1 on the day. She walked in the 4th, grounded out the 2nd, back in the 2nd. And the pitch on the way is a strike. Smith pours that one right in there. And a swing and a miss. Goodman helped her out there. That pitch was up and out of the strike zone. Count now evens up 2-2. And the pitch on the way is a ground ball slowly hit towards short. Fielded by Sal over to first for the out. And that's the first out here in the Mountain View 6th inning. Good play by Sal. She's back at second, or back at short. And Limble goes back over to second. Strong arm there by Sal. And that'll bring in Katie Stewart. Kate's 0 for 2. Struck out in the 4th. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 2nd. And the pitch from Smith is a swing and a miss. Count even up 1-1. Sal struck out 3 batters in those 2 innings that she was in there. And the pitch is high. Showed a bunt. Pulled the bat back. Now it's 2-1. She walked 4 and hit a batter. And bunt, foul. Kind of wish that one had stayed fair because Abigail was right on top of that one. The hitter did not fool Abigail at third as she was charging in. And she would have made that play. It stayed fair. Now counts 2-2. And the pitch on the way. And fly ball over first. Fielded by Linville. Flips to McDonald. And out at first. A little pop fly over Reese's head at first. But Linville moving to her left. Dove. Stopped it. Flipped it to McDonald for the out. And the Yellow Jackets are an out away from ending this ball game. Another good play by the Yellow Jacket defense. So there have been some good ones today. Sal's diving double play in the last inning. Linville's double play back in the third. And then this play by Linville behind first base. The Yellow Jackets been flashing some leather today, folks. The last hope for Mountain View is Riley Shipman, and a swing and a miss. Strike one. Shipman 0 for 2 today. She has flown out to right field to Ashley James. And then a foul pop behind first that was caught by Reese McDonald. And the pitch, changeup, strike called on a changeup. As that one floated in there over the plate. Now a count 0-2, and Mountain View down to their last strike. Smith steps on, gets the sign, and here's the pitch. And a ball in the dirt. 1-2. Came back with a fastball to throw in the changeup, trying to change speeds, change locations. That's what good pitchers do, no matter if it's baseball or softball. Smith winds and fires, and ground ball to short. There's Sal over to first, and that's a winner. Yellow Jacket softball winner as they win this one here by a score of 11-0. As Mountain View goes 3 up and 3 down in the 6th inning. And the final score today from Mountain View, it's Clinton 11, Mountain View nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the trip, 94.7.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Here's the pitch. You swing. It's a deep drive to left center field. You've hit a home run with Farm Bureau Insurance. From great rates and local agents to fast, fair claim service, it's Farm Bureau Insurance. See Kai Rhoda, Ty Glover, or Mickey Parrish for all your insurance needs at Farm Bureau Insurance today at 501-745-2117. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4:30. That's Farm Bureau.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Well, a good day here at the ballpark for the Clinton Yellow Jackets as they win here at Mountain View by a score of 11-0. The game ended in 6 innings. Clinton now 8-4 on the season, 3-1 in conference play, and have now won 3 of their last 4 ball games. Mountain View drops to 0-6 on the season, 0-3 in conference play. And the Mountain View today, no runs and only 2 hits, and both those hits came in the 3rd inning. In the 3rd and 4th inning, Mountain View threatened. Actually, the third, fourth, and fifth inning, the Mountain View threatened, but Smith got out of a jam in the third. And then Annabelle Sal got out of a jam in the fourth and the fifth. And then Smith came back in to pitch a 3-up, 3-down, sixth inning. But the Yellow Jackets dominant pitching today, and also a dominant offense today versus Mountain View. The Yellow Jackets had 12 hits on the day and 11 runs scored. The Yellow Jackets got 2 hits and 2 runs in the first, with the big hit in that one, a single by Reese McDonald, and then got a run and a hit in the second. The big play there was a 2-out triple by Gracie Linville. She scored on a wild pitch. Jackets got 1 run on 1 hit in the third to make it 4-0, and then picked up 2 runs on 3 hits in the fourth inning. The Yellow Jackets got 3 straight hits, back-to-back doubles by Linville and Woodward, and then Abigail Parks knocked in a run with a single there in the fourth, and that made the score 6-0. Yellow Jackets did not score in the fifth. The only inning all day, the Yellow Jackets did not score. And then in the sixth inning, the Yellow Jackets blew it open as they got 4 hits, scoring 5 runs, and they batted around in that sixth inning with Ashley James picking up an RBI double, and Lily Smith with a single. Abigail Parks got a 2 RBI single, and also Gracie Linville singled in that inning. The Yellow Jackets got 4 hits and 5 runs in the sixth inning, and they'll end up with 12 hits on the day and score 11 runs, and that is the final score today, 11-0. Clinton defeats Mountain View. Emery Johnson goes all the way in the game for Mountain View as she pitches 6 innings and gives up those 11 runs. And for the Yellow Jackets, Lily Smith pitched 4 innings, had 1 strikeout, 2 walks, did not give up a run. And Annabelle Sal pitched 2 innings on the day, striking out 3, walking 4, hit a batter, but did not give up any runs. Smith pitched the first 3 innings. Annabelle Sal pitched the 4th and the 5th, and then Lily Smith came back to close it out in the 6th inning of play. First Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game, we're going to go with 2 players, the co-players of the ball game. One, we're going to go with Gracie Linville, the leadoff hitter. She was all over the bases today, as she was 3 for 3, including a walk. She scored 3 times. She tripled in the second, stole home. She doubled and scored in the fourth, singled and scored in that 6th inning, and also walked back in the first inning. And, of course, several great defensive plays by Gracie Linville. She turned a double play back in the 3rd inning, and then made a great play in the 6th inning as she fielded a pop-up behind first, flipped it to Reese McDonald for the out. So Gracie Linville both offensively and defensively. And going to go with Lily Smith. At the plate, Lily Smith was 2 for 4. She doubled and scored in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 6th, and on the mound, she pitched 4 innings, struck out 1, walked only 2, gave up no runs as she shut out Mountain View in her 4 innings of pitching today. So our First Arkansas Bank and Trust co-players of the game, second baseman Gracie Linville and pitcher Lily Smith. We want to thank First Arkansas Bank and Trust for all of their support of Yellow Jacket athletics, not only baseball and softball, but all through the year, football and basketball. And they're located in the Cash Saver parking lot in downtown Clinton. And for all your banking needs, from a simple checking account all the way to a home loan, they can do it at First Arkansas Bank and Trust. They have online banking and banking locations all over the state of Arkansas. So you're always near a First Arkansas Bank and Trust. And I think they have a thing called is it the Q now? You maybe want to give them a call and look into that. It gives you some other banking options, but the Q banking by First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Also want to thank all of our big sponsors for jumping on today. And we want to thank Kyle Hensley and staff at Hensley DDS, Clinton Stockyards, Philip Jones, Arkansas Mountain Realty, Regions Bank of Clinton, Todd Treese, John Treese, and all the families involved at the Pottery Shop, Chad Brown, attorney at law in downtown Clinton, and Kerry Renfro at Academy Mortgage in Clinton. We want to thank all of those and our inning boosters, and, of course, Mickey Parrish and Farm Bureau, and all of our sponsors that you hear on the radio that have been with us from football and basketball. We want to thank about all those sponsors that have jumped on to help here during the baseball and softball season. Well, the Yellow Jackets will return home on Friday. They will take on conference foe Rosebud on Friday. The girls will be at the City Parks in downtown Clinton, and the baseball team will be up on the hill, on School Hill, at the ballpark at Clinton. We will probably have a broadcast of the baseball game on Friday afternoon. Hope to see you out at the ballparks, either softball or baseball. Come on out and support your Clinton Yellow Jackets. I want to thank Keith Parrish back at the station for all that he does to get us up and on the air. I want to thank him. Thanks Sid King, also at the station there, and all the folks that help to get us on, from Crystal to everybody that helps to line up the sponsors and all those things. We thank everybody for helping us to get Yellow Jacket Athletics on the air. Well, that'll do it for here in Mountain View. It's a good day for the Yellow Jackets. Once again, the final score today is Clinton 11 and Mountain View nothing. I'm Mike Hawley. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long.
Today's game has been brought to you by these fine Yellow Jacket sponsors: by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Conway Regional Medical Center, Jolie Chevrolet, The River Insurance Company, Blagg Law Firm, F.L. Davis Ace, Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, by Ozark Health Medical Center, Goods Cash Saver, and by the Farm Bureau Insurance. Player of the Game was brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust and by all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Facebook and YouTube coverage brought to you by Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Your announcer for today's game has been KHPQ Sports announcer Mike Hawley. Your engineer has been Keith Parrish. We will be back at a later time for more exciting Yellow Jacket sports on the Trip 94.7 and 97.3.
I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you. Change.